How's it going, fellow in-game enthusiasts? I hope you're having a wonderful day and you are ready for yet another incremental game, because today we are going to blast something really awesome called Snakecremental. Do you remember Snake from your trusty old Nokia something phone that we played hours and hours in the 90s, early 2000s? Now the game is here with skill trees and it is extremely awesome. So without further ado, let's just jump into the game and let's control our trusty Snake, get levels, unlock new things, and have fun. Welcome, fellow traveler. If you like indie games as much as I do, please don't forget clicking all the nice buttons on the screen, because it helps out the channel a lot. And if you are an indie dev who needs their game tested or covered, please send me an email to the email address on the screen. And now back to the game. But before we do that, let's click options, because there are a bunch of really nice quality of life features / great options that we can turn on and off, and I think this is a really neat feature. So we got grid. The game is going to show a grid, so it's much easier to navigate your snake. I personally love it. There are like color symbols with colorblind mode, add symbols to colors to make them distinct. Really nice. There's an easy mode. I'd like to enable it just for the fun of it, so I can show you that the snake only moves when we press buttons. Full screen, of course. Screen curve is like we're having the old CRT TV type of vibe. I turn it off because I like flat screens more. And we got the scan lines, classic CRT type of thing. I like to turn it on because I like to have a retro feeling. So let's start and let's see how the game plays. So we have this really nice talent tree, which is going to branch out to a bunch of different nodes. So we unlock the red one. We're going to look for red type of stuff. And this is the red value increased from 1 to 2. We do not have any resources to spend at the moment, so let's just click start and we have the cool game here. So look at this snake. My girlfriend said this is a cucumber with eyes. And, you know, I can agree with that. This is a really cute cucumber with eyes. I really don't like snakes, but for some reason, Snake the game and this snake looks really cute and great, so I love it. So we just go around, you know, controlling the game with WASD, and I really like the responsiveness of the controls. So it's not that easy to run into the walls and the snake itself. If you remember on the Nokia, there was like a huge delay between different types of movements. So if you press like the numbers, like 2 up, 8 down, 4 to left, and 6 to right. So if you pressed it, there's like almost like a half a second delay, and it was extremely annoying. This game doesn't have it, of course. So we got 10 of those red stuff, so I'm just going to increase the value of the red to 2, and we unlock 2 different nodes. The first one is increase color gain based on final score, and this one is the length value, increase red value based on length. And of course, if we use the mouse scroll, we can scroll out, and as you can see, talent tree will branch out to a huge place. Okay, we spent all the stuff we could. Let's just go to another run. And let's go around with the cucumber. So now we are getting 2 instead of 1. Pretty great. I played the game for like 20 minutes, but I, just deleted my save and went to fresh start to show you how the game looks out of the box. But I think this is a really nice game. It's like a casual game, if you will, that you can play in like lunch breaks, or if you have like a few minutes. You just have great progress, unlock different nodes, and have a great time. And what I really like is that the levels are not infinite. So there is like a certain amount of score that we have to beat, or the amount of like essences that we pick up. On the upper right corner, you can see there's like a bar that goes down, and if it empties, the level ends. And I really like that, because if you remember, Snake was kind of like endless in a way. So there was the version where you couldn't go through the walls. It was, less long, but the end was the other version where we could pass through the walls. There's an option where we can unlock that here in the game as well. Okay, so let's go and get some extra value based on the length that we are having. We got health increasement, and to be honest, I don't know how this works, because I haven't really went into the snake or into the walls while I was playing, so we are going to check it out. And we got a spawn a second red, so we will be having extra stuff to pick up. Really nice. And of course, as we are getting extra stuff to pick up, there's like a critical chance as well that we are getting more and more score from picking up those things, going to make the game a bit faster in a way. So it's like the middle part for looking for like different colored stuff to unlock and have like different resources is going to be extremely fast. And I really like it because the learning curve and leveling curve in this way is much smaller than usually in the incremental game. So like the so-called annoying middle part is not that long, and I really like it. So we do not have 200, of course, to spawn another red. So what we can do is get nope. So we're just going to increase the value of red, and here we go again. So I just for the sake of fun, let's go in. Okay, so now we die instantly. But what about the increased health? So we get 50 health, and there is 70. Maybe this is health? Okay, maybe this is health. This is how we pick up more stuff later on. Okay, let's just go, get a bunch of other red stuff, and then I'm going to focus on the health upgrade so we can see if our hypothesis is right or wrong. But the thing is, music is extremely relaxing. Like if you like play mahjong or something like that, the classic, you know, like casual games that you play to relax, some word puzzle, whatever, goes really nice with the game. So from 50 to 70, and I guess this is longer than before. I'm not exactly sure. So let's see how much stuff we can pick up. This is 2. Okay, 3, 4. Okay, this is longer, definitely longer. Okay, so this is why you increase HP, because you can survive longer and take on more of those essences. Then you will get more points, so you can unlock more stuff and, you know, just have a great time. Okay, let's go. Let's just pick up a few stuff again. Okay, we can also control the game with the arrow keys. Okay, I just ran into my own tail just for the sake of fun. Let's just go there, and no, we do not have enough stuff. No second. Increase color gain based on final score. Okay, let's see what we unlocked. Increase red score, and we got increased score based on length. Awesome. Okay, so if we are longer, we are getting more points from the red stuff that we pick up. This is a, you know, like a small spoiler, but we were able to unlock different colored essences that we can pick up. So we can unlock different types of skill trees. So the character, let's go with the character, will have different abilities and focusing on different stuff. Combinations will differ, and, you know, all the great stuff. Okay, let's just go there. Get it? Okay. Let's see, what about this one? 150, we do not have it. Red score, score, then score, and yeah, I spent all the stuff. So let's just go there. For the next one, I will enable the easy mode because I'd really like to see how that plays. Maybe it's good for, like, you know, little children or someone who's not really into these types of game. So, for example, you can just learn the game one by one, and then when you are kind of okay with your performance and stuff like that, you can just turn off the easy mode. Okay, increase red score again. So I'd like to have the increased score based on length plus 5%. Let's go to options and easy mode. Let's see how this works. Oh yeah, so there was like a, wait a second, do you remember there was like a really slow mode in Snake? So you could slow down the Snake by default, and there was like different types of speed modes. It was like 20 plus years ago, so maybe I am remembering incorrectly. Let me know in the comments, but if I remember correctly, there was like a way to slow down the Snake extremely so you could learn the game much easier. Okay, so as you can see now, we're getting more points based on the lengths, like +8, +9, no? Now +9, cool. Okay, really awesome. 133, score, no. Let's go increase health. You know, let's just wait, do another run, and then we unlock a second red. So then we can get some stuff much faster. And this is where the game gets faster, because you have like a bigger chance to get those tasty, I don't know, jewels, essence. Not sure how to call it. Okay, let's hopefully that. Okay, maybe the snake is not eating jewels. Let's call them essence. So yeah, you can get them much faster. Oh boy. Okay, but now we have the chance to unlock this. Is there anything that we can get? No, that's cost 40. Okay, so 2 of them at the same time. So when you are playing, I don't know, 20, 30 runs, you will have nice amount of unlockable things. And then you have like a slightly different game, like every 5, 8 runs in a way. So it's really cool. And it's really good to see now that incremental games are kind of booming in a way in the indie scene. So maybe you remember Dixium. We played it on the channel. Extremely great. You are making a museum. There's Minutescape. By the way, the early access version is out. I'm going to make a video on it in the next couple of days, where you control a square in a square and try to avoid different types of shapes, not get hit. And I'm pretty sure there are a bunch of incremental games now out there. It's really nice to see we are kind of getting back to the roots with some new school twist on the stuff. This is what's happening in the TTRPG scene as well. They're revisiting the good old school mechanics and giving them some new school ideas, and they are working extremely great. So I think this is pretty similar what we can see in the indie scene right now with the incremental games. Okay, so as you can see, we're getting gazillions of points. So what about increased red score, further increased red value, a bunch of stuff. And now we can obtain a third one. But as you can see, we need a different colored resource, which we cannot get at the moment. So increase red value based on length. So let's just go there, and we got criticals. So I mentioned criticals, and they are pretty nice because there is a chance that we have like a glowing type of essence that's going to give us double amount of the normal one. So it's really fun. You know, and of course the game costs like €3 or something. So you can have like a bunch of fun for price of like half a meal, quarter a meal, I'm not sure. Can you get something for like €3 nowadays? Maybe a small pizza, I don't know. So something like that. Let's go unlock criticals, and then we get increased critical chance and increased critical multiplier. We cannot do that at the moment, so I'm just going to increase my health. So in this case, we can get some more stuff there. Oh boy. So as you can see, there's like the glowing shard, which is like a brutal critical one. So we get 22. And in this case, it's going to be 28. Okay, really good. So I guess it's 30 or 32, 34. Okay, interesting. Okay, so another crit. Ooh, it's almost 50. Really great. So of course, as we increase the HP that the snake can like bear, the game is getting more difficult because we have to manage a longer snake every single time if we upgrade the HP. Really good. Okay, so it's more than 800. So we got the critical multiplier increasement. We cannot afford this. Red score increased. And let's see, the HP, no. Okay, let's just bump these up, the red scores, and hopefully after this one we can branch out to a different one, maybe unlock the new color. Oh boy, oh, that was close. got a nice amount of burst of nostalgia, because I do remember playing. So of course I'm from Hungary, so if you're watching from a different country, most likely you are watching from a different country. Pretty sure there were like different situations in the 90s financially, but I do remember that in the 90s Hungary was not a really wealthy and good place. It's a pretty bad place at the moment right now, but I digress. And I do remember, oh, we unlocked one of the blue ones. So I do remember having a trusty Nokia, one of our friends, and we are sitting in like a staircase on like summer vacation, and we are passing through one of these phones between us and having like a Snake tournament on the phone, and of course Space Invader tournaments on the phone. So someone had its turn, passed to the next friend, you know, we watched them playing. It was extremely fun. Okay, so let's see, we got one of these, so I can unlock a third one, and then we can have the blue I was talking about, so further increase red value. So you know, let's just invest so we can get these much easier. Can we get something from 300? Unfortunately, no. And there are different types of tiers in the talent tree, so you can just click the filter and you can see which nodes are for the first tier or the second tier. And now that we unlock this, as you can see, we are getting the game much faster and depleting the HP of the snake much faster, but we are getting a bunch of awesome stuff. So increase the red value further, increase the score length based on length, and we have increased starting length, and Snake can now pass through the sides of the grid for 4000. So you know, the classic version, because I do remember there was the first Nokia, the 3210, if I remember correctly. There you could not pass the walls in Snake, and then there was the 3310, which I had, and there you could pass through the walls, but there was like an option that you could choose, like you want to pass through the walls or not. Okay, increase starting length by 2. Oh boy, look at this. So of course the game is harder in this case because you have to manage a longer snake by default, but then we are getting more HP thanks to the other nodes being activated, because we are getting more score based on the length of the snake. Really good. What I like to see in this game is like small cosmetical stuff that you can unlock for essences. Like you can change the color of the snake, you can change like the background of the box, or like the, you know, the border or something like that. You know, small stuff, but kind of significant to have it, because you are looking at the same screen over and over again. So as you can see, tier 1 and tier 2, we can click on these. Wait, so is this not a filter? Okay, maybe I remembered wrongly. Okay, so can we buy anything? Unfortunately, no. Okay, oh, we can get like an HP. Okay, so let's see. Hopefully now we have a bunch of stuff, because as you can see by default we are getting almost 100. Oh, with criticals it's 300. Really good. So now we can unlock the blue one. I'm pretty sure that was 600. Ah yes, really great. So now we click on it and the unlocked blue. So what blue does, we got the extra value, extra score, and there is armor. And I haven't unlocked armor yet, so we can see what it does. And for 4000, further increase color gain based on final score. Really good. Let's just increase the starting length. What is this? Increase snake speed for 300 blues. Okay, so now as you can see, we just go there and the blues give us like 2. With the crit, they give us 6. But of course there is like an option where we can like get the value of the blue up like this, and you know, same old good stuff. Let's go with the increased critical chance. And the good thing is that critical chance is not just being increased for the red ones, this is universal, so we are getting crit chance for the blue ones as well. So we are having a nice chance to get those new resources for ourselves much faster. Really great. Multiplier increased. Okay, we unlocked all of these. Let's go with the HP. What about these? Collect reds, have a chance to heal. Oh boy, really nice. And further increase health. Let's go for the armor, because I'd like to see what it does. But if I have to guess, armor will be applied to the HP bar, and the first few pickups will deplete the armor first, and then the HP. Awesome. Okay, so 32, I think we will be able to have it. So increase armor. Okay, 8,000. Really nice. What about this one? Collected rats have a chance to heal. Ooh, look at these. We branched out to increase heal amount and increase heal chance. What is this? Okay, this is a different type of resource, if I get it right. So increase the multiplier. So let's see. So what is shield? If we go into stuff? No. Okay. I don't really get it. Increase armor. So what is armor? If I get into myself? No. Okay, so what is armor? I don't really get it, but hopefully with the next upgrade, we can check it out. What the armor does. Okay. So yeah, we are getting a bunch of cool stuff again. Increase the blue score. Sure, why not? Let's get the other one. And let's see if we can blast our money on extra stuff. No, we still need more red ones. Great. Really nice. Different types of sound effects. 4 different colored ones. Really great. Or maybe it's based on length. I don't know. Maybe it's random. Who knows? Okay, so the thing is that we can kind of play with the essences we are pick up. So if we have like a certain amount of HP left and there are critical ones, maybe we'd like to go for there, because in this case we can get like more out of this run. But something happened here. It's converted into like 30, and maybe this is 1,000. I don't know. So it's cost 10,000, right? Okay, so further increase red value. Oh yes, okay, that was the symbol for 1,000. So I cannot get this one. Increase heal amount. And let's increase. So mirror grid, Snake can now pass through. Okay, let's see this. Ooh, really nice. But only this part? Okay, because if you see this, so now we can pass. But here, oh no. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. So why don't we have the other, like lines there? Okay, maybe just, stylistic choice. Who knows? But now we can pass through the walls. So we are having a much better chance for progress. Let's just increase the amount of blue. And I think this kind of summarizes really nicely how Snakecremental plays. So I'm just going to stop this run, spend all my hard-earned essence, and then we can really quickly summarize how the game plays and why should you get it. Awesome. Really cool. So armor, also increase value. I just unlocked the armor, and then we spend a bunch of money on further increase red value. So I think this is maybe infinite or close to infinite. You can increase it to like a madman level. Okay, so because there's like, oh no, sorry, I was mistaken. This is 5 out of 9, so we can increase it 9 times. Score combo, yeah, okay, bunch of stuff. And yeah, so basically that's it. So if you liked Snake in the 90s, early 2000s, and you wanna have a chill game where you can just hang out, play a few minutes to like a couple of hours, go with the Snake in the box, go around, get a bunch of essences, unlock really nice skill trees. And if you just want to have a casual game for a few euros or a few bucks, Snakecremental is definitely a really cool game to have. Thank you very much for that, for sending me a key for the game. And for today, I was the Alchemist, and I'm seeing you with many more awesome indie game gameplays extremely soon. Take care.